Hey guys, so that is the conclusion of my fall prep and winter prep. These last two videos. The last big one, I think it was episode 066, was about the fall prep. This one is about the winter prep. Should be episode 0067, I think. And guess we'll try to link that previous one so you get an update of all the work that was done. I apologize. I know this channel is typically, I try to keep this channel typically about recycling and 3D printing and manufacturing. However, circumstances beyond my control have put this situation upon me, and the garden really needed to be done if it was going to be in any sort of condition to be able to be used this coming spring, 2026. So there was a lot of work to get done, and a lot of it was, almost all of it was very both weather sensitive and time sensitive. So it was very critical to get that done in a very timely manner. So I had to put some effort into it to get it done as fast as possible. So I apologize. I put a lot of effort into working on the garden instead of the 3D printing or recycling and manufacturing technologies. So just thank you for bearing with me. We're going to continue on that a little bit, but it's going to be more working in the garage on building things and less doing this sort of landscaping and mulch work and soil and ground work, less moving of all this material, this wood chips and chipping and cutting and sweeping and cleaning and shoveling and all of that stuff. Hopefully we'll be doing a little bit less of that. There will be some time for the winter. There's one winter task I have, which is to go through this burn pile, as well as a bunch of recycling material in the garage and the attic that also needs to be burned. There'll be some work on cleaning up in the attic, so there's quite a bit of work to do. And it's definitely going to keep me busy, but one thing we're going to be building next is molds for landscaping bricks. So typically you would go to like Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's, and you'd buy these, cement blocks for landscaping, or paver stones for making, garden paths and that kind of thing in the backyard or around the house or wherever. I'm not going to be doing that. I might be doing it, but I'm thinking about making my own, and I probably will build my own brick molds. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm working with a guy who's got some really interesting, innovative cement technology. Probably won't be sharing that on this channel because it's his technology, but we're going to be covering some of the build stuff. And some of the stuff that he's got is going to enable some very interesting things. We might be telling some of that story here on this channel because I'm going to be involved at some level. So you're probably going to see some of it, but it's only going to be what he allows me to share. So there has to be some limiting there, but I am going to be able to share the building of the brick molds. So that's not going to be a problem, and you'll see that. And then there's the continued recycling, scrap metal and steel, grinding and all that stuff. I'm trying to clean up that scrap pile in my garage. Got a few other things possibly changing in my life soon, so hopefully that pans out and we have some new logistics and new things that should enable new things to happen. So I'm very excited about that, but you're just going to have to hang on and bear with me as I work through some of this sort of low-level cleanup that just has to be done, and I can't really do a whole lot in the garage or anywhere else until that stuff is cleaned up. So I'm going to put some pretty strong priority on that. But as you've seen, I've been working very hard on getting this garden cleaned up so I can actually use it, and it will be effectual in the coming spring and summer of 2026. And hopefully back in the garage. So take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.